Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining the FY 2025 Robust Retail Grant Information Session. We will discuss what the Robust Retail Grant is, who is eligible to apply, required documentation, and deadlines. This session is being recorded. We will make the recording and materials available to you online. We are available to answer any of your questions at dc.mainstreets@dc.gov. First, we will talk about the robust retail citywide opportunity, followed by the North Capitol Main Street corridor. For 2025, there will be 48 grants of $10,000 available to apply for. So who's eligible? Well, this grant opportunity isn't for everyone. This grant opportunity is for district-based retail businesses licensed for profit public-facing seller of legal goods and services, physically located in a brick and mortar retail space in the district. Most frequently, we get applications for nonprofits, home-based businesses, and online businesses. These are all not eligible business types. If you have any questions about your business type and its eligibility, please email us at dc.mainstreets@dc.gov. This is not an exhaustive list of ineligible business types. But if you do have questions, again, please email us at dc.mainstreets@dc.gov to determine your business type's eligibility. So how do you get the money? Well, first you need to know that this is a reimbursable grant, and you'll need to submit $10,000 worth of eligible expenses incurred from October 1, 2024 to March 31st of 2025. You must apply through the online application system Alchemer Survey. The application link to the online system is found on page 3 of the RFA, section 2, under online application and deadline. The final application deadline to submit your robust retail application is March 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m., no exceptions. Some other important dates to remember: the last day to ask questions with a guaranteed response is March 26, 2025 at 2 p.m. The application, again, closes March 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m., no exceptions. DSLBD will also run the lottery the week of March 31st. Applicants will be notified of the status April 10th, 2025, and the week of April 14th through April 25th, award of grant funds. So now we're going to talk about what's needed to apply. So you're going to need an active DC business license number issued by DLCP, a corporate registration file number and good standing status as determined by DLCP's Corp Online database, a certificate of clean hands within the last 6 months it has to have been issued to you, an employee identification number, also known as an EIN, IRS W-9 form for 2024 or later, a recent photograph of the storefront with business signage, and your attestations. So you're going to enter your business license number in your application. Your business must be searchable in Scout. You must be in an active status. The address on the business license must match the organization information in the application. And the name of the business that is in Scout must be on the Clean Hands certificate as well. If you're providing proof of an alternative licensure, the license must be active and relevant to the entity's industry. Next, we're going to talk about the corporate registration file number and good standing status. So you're going to enter your corporate registration file number on your application as well. And your corporate registration file number must be in active status, not expired, rescinded, or revoked. If your business is under your social security number, you will not need this. You must be registered on Corp Online. If you are an LLC, you will need it. And we only need your file number. We do not need a certificate of good standing. Certificate of clean hands. You're going to upload your certificate of clean hands in your application. And you're going to make sure that it is not a certificate of good standing. They are not the same thing. Make sure you are in a compliant status. Make sure you're going to submit your clean hands for the owner and not the business. And make sure your clean hands has been issued within the last 6 months. Employee identification number. You're going to type in your 9-digit employee identification number in your application, and the numbers need to match what is on the clean hands. Please make sure that you're putting in 9 numbers and that they match across all of your documents that require your EIN. Your IRS W-9 form for 2024 or later. You're going to upload your completed IRS W-9 form in your application. You want to make sure that it is the revised form 2024 or later. And you want to make sure it is filled out with your EIN and not your social security number. A recent photograph of your storefront. Please make sure that it is a recent photo with your business signage of the photo that you upload into your application so we can verify your business location and that it is physically located in a brick and mortar retail space. Attestations. So there are 14 attestations that you will have to sign off on at the end of your application. So you're going to attest that your business is open and operating. You're going to attest that your business is in a commercial retail space. You're going to attest that you are the business owner or an authorized representative. You're going to attest that your business is independently owned and operated, and you have fewer than 25 full-time employees. You're going to attest that you can maintain adequate files. Attest that your business will be able to provide $10,000 of qualified expenditures from 10/1/2024 to 3/31 of 2025. You attest that your business has not been reimbursed for these receipts by any other government agency or business grant. You attest that your business has completed all reporting requirements for DSLBD and DC government. You attest that your business has a bank account that can receive electronic fund transfers. You attest that you agree to indemnify, defend, and hold harmless the government of the District of Columbia in all claims, actions, losses, damages, or liability arising out of this grant or subgrant from any cause whatsoever. You attest neither the applicant nor any of the applicant entities, officers, partners, principal members, associates, or key employees have been indicted or had charges brought against them. You attest that neither the applicant nor any of the applicant entities, officers, partners, principals, members, associates, or key employees have been the subject of legal proceedings arising directly from the provisions of services by the organization. You attest that the applicant entity is compliant with DC Official Code 1-328.15B, and you attest that your application is true and accurate. There's only one application per licensed business location that will be considered. If more than one application for the same location is submitted, only the latest application will be reviewed and considered. In the event that multiple businesses with the same owner are selected via lottery, only one may be awarded to that business. Here's some of the eligible costs that are covered under the Robust Retail Grant. You have administrative costs, so it can cover rent, office equipment, wages and payroll, debt service and insurance. software and technology to cover point of sale system, business software or upgrades, utilities such as water, gas, and electric, inventory such as raw materials, cost of goods for sale, packing, and packaging material. Again, if you have any questions about eligible costs, please email us at dc.mainstreets@dc.gov for further information. Grant reporting. You will have to provide proof of expenses, and they may be submitted in the form of invoices and dated itemized receipts, dated payroll documentation, or bank and credit card statements. DSLBD encourages you to redact any information that you are not requesting reimbursement for. For the citywide grant, at least half of the grants will be, for the citywide grant program, at least half of the grants will be evenly split across all 8 district boards. Remaining grants will be entered into a citywide pool and all recipients will be selected through a lottery process. A random number generator will be used and developed an ordered list of selected recipients. But wait, there's more. For FY 2025, robust retails, there's also an additional funding pool for North Capitol Main Street corridor. There's going to be an additional 9 grants of $10,000 up for grabs. For your eligibility for the North Capitol Main Street corridor, we will take your address and see if it matches any of the boundaries within that corridor, and you'll be entered into that additional lottery. There's a link that you can find on page 2 of the RFA under the funding pools information that will allow you to type in your business address to see if you fall within the if you fall within the North Capitol Main Street corridor to check your address. When you click on the link, you're going to get to the boundaries page and you're going to navigate to the upper right side of the screen and use the looking glass. You're going to type in your business address and it will determine your location within the boundary. If you are within the North Capitol Main Street boundary, you will be eligible to enter into the additional lottery. The selection process for the North Capitol corridor will be the same as the robust retail lottery process. You'll be entered into a pool, recipients will be selected through a lottery process, and a random number generator will be used to develop an ordered list of selected recipients. If you have any questions, you can ask them in an information session, or you can send them to dc.mainstreets@dc.gov. Applicants can register at dslbd.dc.gov for information sessions, for upcoming information sessions and open office hours. And the last day to submit questions with a guaranteed response is March 26, 2025 at 2 p.m. Thank you.